Good evening, brothers. How you doing? Because it will be good afternoon for some. I wanted to sit down and have a discussion with y'all that a lot of us need to start hearing. Because I watched a good show yesterday. It was with O'Shea Duke Jackson. And he had a guest, Paris Million. However you say that woman's name. And in watching that show, I watched a lot of men of the Itmore catalog and other black men. And the show topic was on black men need to protect the black woman. And as I watched it, I watched as a lot of brothers try to debate and try to get this woman to see their point of view. Almost as if you were trying to rewrite the programming of this woman. Now, for whatever reason, it was a good show. A lot of brothers could not really reach her. They couldn't, even when trying to call her. And O'Shea said, I try to do things or give shows where men can learn how to manage time, money, business. This even shows on BTS, Mr. Research, Man of Tomorrow, my channel too. Black men, we gotta understand that we keep trying to change that matriarchy narrative. We keep trying to have other people try to understand our plight. And these people do not want to hear, let alone see, what those of men with a passion and will of fire are capable of. I sit on panels with brothers who look for solutions and are very advantageous about their successes, and they don't boast about them. They don't try to throw them in the community's face. Hell, some of them, if they can, they actually do more behind the scenes in the community than they're not even in the community. However, the failure is you keep trying to prove yourself to that matriarchy. At no time is she ever planning on giving up the rights in the deed to that property. She doesn't plan to. Because that would mean she would have to listen and obey you. And a lot of men, I hear you talk about the family and also the makeup of getting a job, your career, putting yourself together. Understand this type of attitude of a supremacy that these women and that these outer source supremacies come about. They do not want to see you get more men and manosphere men thrive and succeed. They rather see us fight, have show topics about them, talk about destructive things that can hinder you from actually being a successful man in society today. You see, they understand that most of you brothers, you will have the opportunity to possibly get out and leave. But so long as I can keep you talking about me and my narratives and listening to my story and my topic, this is why a lot of black women, they do things to seek attention. They do. A lot of these women want to have they want attention. They're attention seekers. They don't want to hear about a young man who is going to IT tech school to learn how to do computer coding. They don't want to hear about a brother who is actually building up a company from scratch, but though he's working out of his truck, which don't seem like the most pleasurable thing. But however, he has his own and he's fortifying his own type of empire. But he sounds lame. He doesn't sound like what they have already coped and copied with. They want you to be that materialistic man that pretty much is always a giver, but never allowed to receive. They'll want you to join their movements, followed by their type of protocol, because Lord knows if you go against their protocol, and it's funny I said Lord because they run the church. They run the preacher. They run different portions of the community that you and I have to learn how to navigate through just to get by. I was one of those brothers who used to run around and try to prove myself to the black woman. And try to prove myself and try to take that girl and take her from being a street hood chick to being my chick. Not my wife, just my chick alone. Costing me time and money and stress and possibly my freedom. And you see, a lot of you black men, you keep getting frustrated and angry because you're trying to write a story that you're not even in. You'll have men that they already indoctrinated into their system come and attack you, try to slander you, say you're less than a man because you do not appreciate what kind of kingdom they have set before you, because you have options. You have a way out. Your way out is you. You see, when a black man starts to build something selflessly for himself, i.e. his reputation, his name, his career, his peace of mind, you see, then that's when the matriarchy system will come and start knocking on your door. Hey, why are you building without me? Am I not your woman? And you see, what goes on, brothers, is that they will see you building your ark to survive the flood. They will see that you can go without them for the night, let alone you can probably go without them for the month. And because you have that fortified discipline, they will try to break that to get you to start looking at them. If only but for a second, because it only takes a second to mess up. You see, we have to get back to the number one first love. It was ourselves. You see, at one time, black men, before we even thought about taking on a woman, you had to have yourself together. You had to have something going for yourself. You had to be building towards something. See, back then, black men, we were either building, cultivating, or inventing. That was the golden age, not the age of, oh, well, the black family. No, no. The golden age was when the black man, you were building. You were cultivating. You were making things. You were actually working with other brothers to say, hey, let us build this building for our image. Let us become a reckoning force. So then we can choose the woman that we want to serve what we need to have done. So they went and got a bigger gun. You can call it white supremacy, systematic supremacy. But they would throw it at the black man. But see, something about that black man, he understood that I had to cultivate and build for me. And because I understand the blueprint of how to build for me and how to set up what I need that is required, you can't take it away from me. Because I built it. I understand it. I understand what needs to be done. And see, in that retrospect, as men, see, this is why I try to tell y'all. When you hear the naysayers tell you what you can and can't do, you just need to smile and be silent. I always like watching whenever the fighters come and meet each other, and you'll have the one that's talking much trash, and the other guy, he's sitting there and he's staring at him. He doesn't blink. He doesn't shiver. He doesn't look anywhere else. His focus is just on the fight and what he needs to do as a man in that moment. He understands that the trials ahead will not be easy. He will have to fast. He will have to work. He will have to get up and work harder than everybody else. He will have to push himself past the last fight and beyond. Because he understands that the road ahead will never be easy. Yeah, it would be easy to go up under that roof of a woman and submit to her and go by the matriarchal rules. Yes, yes, a lot of men do take that easy road. A lot of men choose to lay down and die. A lot of men choose to be blind to a system that oppresses them. Why? Because it's easier to swallow that pill than actually to say, I'm going to fight what is rightfully mine. Not a lot of men want to do that. They choose not to do that. But see, for those of the dogmatic mindset that actually said, I am going to be a wolf and I'm going to hunt. The wind is going to beat at my face, which is the system. I'm going to have those snip at my heel, which is those who say they're among you, but they never want to see you eat or be successful in the hunt. Oh, yes, we do have them, brothers. We have men that say that they want to work with you, but they secretly rather hinder your progress. How do you think a lot of black movements get taken down? It's not from the outside, it's from within. We have people who say that they're with us, but they're secretly actually against us. But see, that can't hinder you, my brothers. You see, we have to have a purpose, a hindsight goal. Understand, if one of your favorite content writers was gone that you listen to, what would you do? You would have to go out and seek another, or better yet, actually start doing for yourself. A lot of people do not want to see you succeed, let alone build. And that's fine. Knowing that people are out there to get you and hate you means you can't get complacent. I try to tell this to you, brothers. You can't afford to get complacent. Because if you do, they'll take what is yours, copyright it, patent it. Hell, they even say that they have it out for you. Be your own man. Study. Show your own self-approval. You don't need approval of a woman, let alone other men that don't even try to help you, let alone even support what you are doing. You just need to be able to provide for yourself first, do right by yourself, always. The rest will fall into line. All right, this is BMT of the Black Men's Congregation. Y'all take care. Have a good day. Peace.